Hello, everybody, and welcome to my live read and chapter review of One Piece, chapter 1085, titled The Death of Nefertari Cobra. So, interesting. Right at the beginning, we're getting a cover story of Frankie encouraging hatchling turtles on their way to the sea, and he's leading turtles to the sea. That is really, really cool. All right. Notes from Oda. I finally got to speak at Agutami-san properly for the first time at the Tezuka Awards. They've really got their head on straight. A totally genuine person. Very cool. All right. Nefertari Cobra looks up at Emu sitting on the throne and says, "No one is ever supposed to sit there." No individual should have the power to control the world. Emu's actually speaking in full sentences now. Mu shall address two of the points being discussed, and thou must answer a single question in return, Cobra. In the notes, it says Emu uses mu to refer to themselves in third person, typically means void, but can also be a reading for dream. Cobra says, "Who are you?" Cough. It could be a coincidence, but I recognize the name Emu from the history of the first 20. Such curiosity teeters on impertinence. It will not be dignified with an answer. However, those initial queries shall be addressed. D is the moniker of our ancient enemy. We're about to learn what D means. Oh my god. D is the moniker of our ancient enemy. In recent times, it has cropped up more frequently. However, it is nothing but a faint echo. Those who carry the name do not even know of its true meaning now. And yet, the irritation only endures due to Queen Lily's grave blunder 800 years ago. Blunder? The same can be said of those irksome scholars investigating the so-called Void Century. Without that blunder, there would be no pirates chasing the poneglyphs in pursuit of treasure either. If it were not for Lily's incompetence, those vexing relics would never have been scattered all over the world. We are learning the origin of the poneglyphs. This is like the reveal of all reveals. The release of the poneglyphs was the worst possible outcome for us. So one must wonder whether it was truly a mistake, or if it was actually part of some larger plan. The Gorosei draw their weapons. The truth undoubtedly lies in the letter Lily left. So pray tell, was it a deliberate choice to only refer to her as Queen Lily of House Nefertari? Go ahead and divulge the full name of her letter as written. They've got me. I suppose there really is no chance I'm leaving this room alive. I take it that there is no fib I could tell that would satisfy you enough to let me go. Your fate was decided the moment you saw the great Emu. Not surprising they can't let anyone know the world's greatest taboo has been broken. The atmosphere heals. So Sabo's waiting outside. The atmosphere here feels a little sinister. What's going on? The truth is, the letter from Arabasta's ruler 8 centuries ago was signed by Queen Nefertari D. Lily. D. Interesting. Emu spears him with a devil tail, and Sabo comes in with Fire Fist. Smothered mate. A move in chess and shogi where the king is checked by a knight while surrounded by its own pieces. Where did this one come from? I was hoping I'd be able to take you all out in one move. After all, there was no way I could have known that hell was located here at the very top of the world. Shadows? Emus controlling shadows? You are Luffy-kun's brother, aren't you? You're with the Revolutionary Army and you still stepped in to save me. So that there right there is where we're getting our famous. They must have snapped the picture right there. You're with the Revolutionary Army and you still stepped in to save me? Our cause is more concerned with the monsters that sit above the kings and queens of the world. Do you somehow know Luffy? He once stepped in to save me too. Haha, that sounds like him, all right. Leave me, I'm dead weight. You have a better chance of escaping on your own. Not gonna happen. There's something I've come to understand, and if you die here, we'll be in trouble, because I need you to deliver a message to Luffy-kun and Vivi. You want me to tell them something? Tell them we share the moniker D. I finally know the path Arabasta must follow. So you both have D in your name. Is that just a coincidence or something? I guess. Who cares? A name's a name. Do you want a D in your name, Sabo? You can be Sadbo. Why'd you put it there? Emu goes and strikes Cobra again with a devil tail. And pulls him back. Sabo also gets hit. The poneglyphs must be protected. Wow. Oda's really trying his best to cover things up. He actually put the onomatopoeia of a monster roaring in front of something Cobra is saying. Fly the flag that heralds this world's eventual dawn. Nefertari D. Lily. So he fully recited Lily's letter at the end of his life. Poneglyphs must be protected. Fly the flag that heralds the world's eventual dawn. I'm counting on you, Sabo-kun. King Cobra, you must live on. You must live on. Who's there? He's dead. Cobra the Senile has gone and gotten himself killed. I never liked him, but how can I celebrate after witnessing something so terrifying? Wapple knows the truth. Oh, man, Wapple knows the truth. I've stumbled on the biggest skeleton in the government's closet. I don't even want to know who that was. They will end me. The grand round table in the council chamber. It seems that King Cobra and Wapple are not yet present. We just received word that the two of them will not be attending and that we are to proceed without them. Perhaps King Cobra's impassioned speech drained him. Wahaha. Maybe he considers his job done now that the dissolution of the warlords has been approved. Let us move to the remaining matters on the agenda. Now then, concerning the coalition of the 4 northern nations calling for independence. Shirahoshi, the conference is almost over. Let's go wait at the Red Port. We won't have to deal with the celestial dunces there. You okay? I was hoping to say goodbye to Princess Vivi. I wonder where she went. What's the big idea? Whose orders are you following? A guest room in Pangea Castle. I'll tell the whole world about this. You better untie me. Hey, easy there. You're being too forward. Gotta play your cards close to the vest if you want a shot at being free, you know? You're one feisty chick. I'm afraid no one's going to help you, Princess. Once your disappearance is made known, you'll probably live the rest of your life like a pet. Jabra and Khalifa. Is Shirahoshi all right? Seriously, now's not the time to be worried about others, little missy. We received word that more trouble broke out around her earlier, but she apparently came out of the ordeal unscathed. Thank goodness. The punks who ended up assaulting that celestial dragon that was trying to kidnap the mermaid princess were members of the Straw Hat Fleet, boldly proclaimed their victory, giving their names and everything. The guests in the courtyard were stunned. So now the Straw Hat Fleet is attacking Marijois and doing it under Straw Hat's name. So technically, the Straw Hats are known to are now known to have attacked Marijois. Big News Morgans is going to have a day with this. Meanwhile, at the home of the gods, Fujitori's actions helped the Revolutionary Army free the slaves, and that obviously pissed Ryukugi off, so they went at it. So Fujitora did help the Revolutionary Army. What's the deal with this year's reverie? Like a pet? Give me a break. It looks like I'm gonna have to do something about this. Spare me. I didn't see a thing. Wah. Choppa? What was that? I think it was King Wapo. Hey, wait a sec. Phoebe's gone, huh? Oh, darling, I've been looking for you. Where the devil have you been? And who is that young lady with you? Wapo, out of the way. This is my chance. Move already. You'll never take me alive. Hey, Wapo, how much further are you going to go? As far as it takes. I'll run to the ends of the world if I have to. Sounds good to me. Let's go. Don't tell me you're running away with a mistress. Eloping to start a life on the run? Okay, so the end was kind of crazy. The end was kind of crazy. I'm not putting much stock into what happened in the end. We're just finding out how Vivi and Wapple escaped, stuff like that. But big reveals, big notes here. Emu officially speaking in full sentences, so that is huge. And so we found out that Lily is part of the D clan. Lily D Nefertari. So that's really cool. So now we know that the Nefertaris are somehow related to Luffy and Ace and like everyone who has a D in their name. They're one of the D's, the destined, you could say. I think we might have gotten a little bit of a look into what the D actually means, because in this chapter, in the notes, it said that Emu calls himself, or them, or I can't say himself. Emu calls themselves Mu. And Emu calls themselves Mu, which it can be translated as dream. Which is really, really interesting. But yeah, so Mu can be translated as dream. That might be a look into what the D means. Although I'm starting to think, especially because it wasn't revealed here, I'm starting to think that maybe the D doesn't mean anything at all. Because I mean, some people have letters of have their names just be letters. I mean, I have a friend whose middle name is just the letter Z. I have a friend whose middle name is just the letter V. So D might just be a letter. But I think it was cool that at the end, the last thing that Cobra did was fully recite Lily's letter. The poneglyphs must be protected. Raise the flag that will awaken a new dawn. We got to see Emu's power, which kind of explains like what has been going on. So Emu might not actually be a silhouette. Emu might just be a shadow or a shadow monster. So that's crazy. I don't even know how that would work. Maybe there's like little variations, because we know that Gecko Moria can control other people's shadows. And that's a paramecia, but maybe Emu has the Logia power, the Logia devil fruit of shadow. And Emu can turn himself into a shadow and can create shadows. Or shadow monsters. That would be really cool if it turned out that, like, yeah, if that was it, if his power is Logia Shadow, um, I think that'd be awesome. Let's check out the chat really quick. By the way, I hope you're noticing I do have my Blue Yeti mic back. But I'm using it how it's supposed to be used, which is on a mic stand as a boom mic. That's how most YouTubers are doing it nowadays. So I hope the quality's better. Hope I'm coming through loud and clear. Checking out the chat here, we have Trixie Anime Hada, who says, so the queen is a D-Clan member and may have purposely spread them. Yeah. Yep. So I'm guessing with all the theories about Lily that have come along so far, the biggest or the one that is the most correct is that she went to all of the she went to all of the what was it? All of the countries that have a poneglyph, and she was the one who had them transcribed and put there. Wapple knows the truth. Wapple does know the truth, and that is very scary for him, which means that Wapple is now one of the highest target enemies of the world government, which I never thought I would ever say. Back in Drum Island, he seemed like a one-off villain that didn't really matter and easily got defeated by Luffy, but now he is at least public enemy number 2 after Sabo, because of course Cobra is dead. But Wapple is public enemy number 2, which is very, very interesting. Straw Hat's fleet is in action. Yes. So Straw Hat fleet, them. Sai of the Hapo Navy and well, I can't remember the little guy's name, Luke or something. Leo. Leo is his name. They went and attacked Mary Joie, and they pretty much said, hey, we're part of the bigger Straw Hat like fleet, so the Straw Hats are attacking Mary Joie, and the Straw Hats are attacking a celestial dragon. So technically, this is the second time that the Straw Hats have beaten up Charlos. Glad this shows the admirals ended up fighting each other, since that explains how the Revolutionary Army got away. That is very true, and everyone was right on the money about what was it? About Fujitora helping out the Revolutionary Army. So maybe he did summon like a meteor or two, and Fujitora was just like, hey, I'm gonna hit 2 birds with 1 stone here, help out a little bit in my own way. And he ended up having to fight Ryukugyu over that, which I'm sure Sakazuki Akenu did not approve of. And Trix is loud and clear. Awesome. So so glad that the audio is coming in well. Well, I have to go to lunch. So that is all that we have for you today. That is One Piece chapter 1085, titled The Death of Nefertari Cobra. And we pretty much have seen everything that has that happened at the Reverie up to what we know so far, which is really nice. I'm glad that Oda put all of the explanation for Reverie in a little nice little 3-chapter package of 1082 to 1085. And I'm really excited. We might still get some tag end of Reverie type stuff next week, but I'm honestly excited to go back and see what's happening with the Straw Hat crew on Egghead Island. Really been wanting that storyline to come back. Anyways, oh god, I always think of the right way to end these after the stream. keep dreaming, don't give it up, and stay tuned for the next piece of One Piece to be continued.